afternoon. This is Wallace Allen with Empire Talks Back. Back in the late 40s, bebop represented a new type of jazz music. Everybody didn't understand it, but as of today, I can say everybody, mostly everybody, enjoys it. Here in the 21st century, there's a new type of bebop. It has to do with training people for employment, training entrepreneurs to be successful, and training the public to be supportive. Vanessa Perez and Twanisha Pete will be our guests today to tell us more about the bebop that's going on right here in the Inland Empire. We'll be right back.
How you holding up? Nothing wrong with getting help.
If I promise to look into it, will you drop it and help me build this fence?
Now you need my help.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Allen, and I've got two wonderful guests here, Vanessa Perez and Twanisha Pete, and they are representing the BBOP Center.
Yes.
Tell us about the BBOP Center. What is that all about?
Sure. Well, BBOP stands for Black and Brown Opportunities for Profit. So BBOP is the acronym, and so we call it the BBOP Center because it's easier to say, it's fun, but we developed the BBOP Center over the course of a year or so, but it's really been a vision and an idea that we have had since 2020.
So what is the reason for this idea? What's the purpose of the BBOP Center?
And the idea of creating the BBOP Center really stemmed out of the need that women of color have in obtaining access to capital, access to investment, access to resources, networks, technology, and everything that they need to have successful businesses. And so we came up with this idea because we saw that back in 2020 amidst COVID, amidst civil unrest, with racism, and just systemic inequalities that women of color have faced over the years. We decided that women of color needed something to give them the access they need to be successful business owners. And so that's why we created the BBOP Center. And we happened to create it in a city where women of color exist. They have ideas, but they're just short of opportunities. And so our mission is really to eliminate racial and gender systemic inequities so that we can provide a protective environment for these women to have access to what's needed to build, grow, and scale their businesses.
Sounds like a very easy thing to do. You guys didn't have any problem putting this together, did you? What was the development process on the BBOP Center?
Well, in the beginning, what we did? We brought together some of the most brilliant women that we know, and we started to strategize, and we came up with, what do women of color need, and what do they need to be successful in developing a business? And we created curriculum. We had a 10,000 square foot building that was donated to us, and we, over the course of the last over 2022, the center was actually under construction, and we had our grand opening in March of 2023. So we've officially been open for a year now, and the goal is to really give women of color the opportunity to have access to build, grow, and scale successful businesses.
Once again, to the uneducated ear, that sounds so easy. Somebody donated us a building, and all we had to do was find the money to paint it, bring it back up to code, do all of the things necessary. Was that easy?
All of the above. No, it wasn't. And every time you start digging to do some new construction, you find another problem.
So what are some of the interesting obstacles that you guys had to overcome in developing the center?
Well, aside from coming up with a new problem every time they kept digging, it was still, we're coming out of COVID, and so you still have delays in products being delivered. You have a spike in products cost, and so lumber went up by 500%. We have our electrical panel that got held back in China. We had to wait months to get that back. So a lot of delay, a lot of cost increases, different issues, kind of like you said, coming up, getting everything up to code. We weren't sure what this building is. It's definitely an old building. So we had to make sure that every time we uncovered something new, that it wasn't going to turn into another bill, because that's essentially what happens.
Yeah, that sounds very much like my entrepreneurial experience. A lot of unexpected things taking place.
Right.
So with that, how are you operating? What is the structure? What is the thing that you do every day? And how did you get to that point? Well, my question is, you have people that you serve.
Right.
How many people are you serving at a time? And where do you get them from, the folks that you're serving?
Okay, well, I'm going to hand that over to our operations manager, Miss Pete, who is there in the day-to-days, and she engages with our entrepreneurs.
Okay, so we have an amazing program. We have the BBOP Business Academy, which is, we offer 3 different programs. There is the Build program, the Grow program, and the Scale program. Now, depending on where you are as an entrepreneur coming into the program, that's where you'll be placed. So let's say for that beginning entrepreneur that just say has an idea of maybe to create some candies or some type of business, and they are trying to figure out, okay, what do I do next? How do I form that business? What does that look like? Who's going to help me? So in that program, we offer a 12-week hybrid program where it's more high-tech, more hands-on, and we offer the coaching, the mentorship, and the workshops, and the tools and strategies that they need to build their program. So that's 12 weeks. However, it's kind of self-paced. So even though you may not finish it within 12 weeks, you still have the BBOP Center, which is an actual location where these entrepreneurs can come and actually work on their business. We have a high-tech hub. We have over 30 rooms of shared spaces. We have 3 conference rooms. We have a cafeteria. We have a child care center. We offer everything that Black or brown woman entrepreneur needs to eliminate any type of barrier. So if you don't have child care, we offer that. You need security. We offer a secure and a protected environment
So
from
you
the
give
time
them an
you want in.
office,
Yes, several
a
offices.
workplace,
We do. But we also give
but
them...
you charge them rent, right?
No, we actually
It's
just...
free?
It's free.
But it's for women, okay.
So
All right, I got you.
the BBOP Business Academy is the program component of our BBOP Center, and so that's where we teach women how to build, grow, and scale their businesses. So there is a fee to be a participant of the BBOP Business Academy, but through your enrollment, you have access to that 10,000 square foot space that Ms. Pete mentioned. You have access to our shared working space, you have access to our cafeteria and our child care, to co-working spaces, you have access to legal support, all of those different
Legal
things.
support?
Yes, we provide legal support to our women when they need it, and this is free to
Most
them
people supply
and
legal
included.
support for you long before you need it, and so it's almost irrelevant what they give you. You're telling me that you supply legal support if and when they need it?
That's correct.
Man, okay. I mean, I'm jealous, but at the same time, I'm understanding the necessity of what you're doing, because I know that women, minority women, just like minority men,
Right.
have a pretty steep hill to climb when it comes to building up a business, or even
Yes.
having the nerve to create
Right.
one. But I know too that the COVID lost a lot of jobs,
Yeah.
and many people put themselves back to work by creating businesses.
Right.
What are some of the types of businesses that people have come into you with, some of the creative things that they have come up with?
We have an array of businesses that have come to the BBOP Center. Just to name a few, we have a cosmetic company, we have food caterers, people who are doing franchise businesses as far as food industry. We have seamstress, we have, what is it called? We have real estate, selling jewelry, trucking companies. Ms. P, can you think of any more that I didn't mention?
Yes, we have a couple of businesses that do commercial and residential cleaning. Like you said, we have a lot of food vendors and a lot of catering companies. We have cosmetics. We actually have, I want to say 4 accounting businesses. We have a notary company. We have.
Now I'm under the impression that you guys just started. It sounds like you've been around for years with all of these people that you're helping. How many people have been involved as students or clients to the BBOP Center?
Well, since we've been open, we have successfully enrolled 168 entrepreneurs, and that's still growing. through that, we've had, I want to say, probably about 42 successful entrepreneurs that have already gone and scaled their business. And like I said, depending on where you are in your entrepreneurship journey, that's probably where you'll be placed in our program. So for that more seasoned entrepreneur that is maybe looking to franchise or sell their business, there's the scale program to where we connect them with, the necessary tools and strategies that they need to scale their business out.
And the great thing about our program and about the BBOP Business Academy is the fact that we have open enrollment. There's no enrollment period. We don't have different cohorts. You can literally come in, or you can check out our website and you can apply to the BBOP Business Academy online. You can call us and you can do it at the drop of a dime. There is no wait.
And you take these phone calls 24/7?
Not 24/7. We do take them during business hours.
Well, you take them online 24/7?
Correct.
So no
Yes.
matter what time it is that you're watching this show, if you're inspired, now is the time to register. Go online.
Yes.
And how do they do that?
They can go online to our website at BBOPcenter.com. That's BBOPcenter.com.
If you decide to wait until tomorrow when you wake up and you're all fresh, I'm going to do it tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. So take advantage of the fact that they've got a 24-hour, I can register online, and you should do that. With the number 168 businesses?
Yes, sir.
And how long have you been operating?
1 year and almost a month now. So,
Well, I would imagine that there are quite a few other official entrepreneur support systems that are maybe from the government that haven't seen 168 clients in a couple of years. How did you recruit these? What did you do to find these clients?
The BBOP Center was birthed out of the Time for Change Foundation, and Time for Change Foundation has existed in this community for over 22 years. So we have a reputation of serving the community, of being a part of transforming lives. And so when the community found out that we were creating the BBOP Center, word spread. And so upon opening within our first month, we already had served over 30 entrepreneurs. And so what these women have done, because they're so excited and they're getting the help that they need, is they're going and telling their friends. They're going out into their communities. They're telling people who are entrepreneurs who need the same support that they're getting, and they are literally bringing other women in. We also do email blasting and marketing and all of those marketing tactics. We're doing events. We're partnering, we're part of the different chambers of commerce, and we're really just getting out into the community, spreading the word. We're networking, just like we teach our entrepreneurs to do. We're actually doing the footwork ourselves as a new startup entrepreneurship center, and we're making sure that we get out the word to the women that we are trying to serve. The Inland Empire has actually 1.5 million women of color. And so what we're doing, our plan and our goal over the next 5 years, is to tap into just 5% of those 1.5 women of color. That's 76,000 women. So our goal is to reach 76,000 women in this community and have them recruited to help them build, grow, and scale their businesses.
Wow, the founders of this organization must have gone to some tremendous Ivy League college, some great institution of learning, and spent millions of dollars in tuition to learn what they learned, to be inspired to create this. Who was the person who founded the beginnings of Time for Change and BBOP Center?
Well, the founder of Time for Change Foundation is Miss Kim Carter.
Oh my goodness,
and now Miss Kim Carter Tillman. I have to say that. She's newly married.
Yes.
So Miss Kim Carter Tillman, she founded Time for Change Foundation 22 years ago, and together, her and I, we co-founded the Black and Brown Opportunities for Profit Center. Congratulations
to the Inland Empire for birthing and supporting two wonderful minds like yours and Ms. Carter's. I have had the opportunity in the last month or so to congratulate the city for a couple of great athletes.
Right.
But we don't want to forget the people of the mind.
Yes.
The people who have come together from their experience. And Kim Carter has had quite an experience.
Absolutely.
She brought notoriety great notoriety to the city. I think she was nominated as a Person of the Year for CNN.
She was a top 10 CNN
She's a
hero
top-
in 2015.
Yeah, and some people miscounted that she was the top. I don't know how everybody else figured it out, but she, as far as I'm concerned, was a top candidate.
Yes.
And making the Inland Empire famous for something that we are proud of
Right.
is a really good thing. And we want to
It
thank
is.
Kim Carter-Tillman.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Yes, for that great contribution, and you, Vanessa, for your
Thank
contribution as
Yes.
well, and Miss Twinisha.
Pete, yes.
I'll tell you, being operations manager of something that's moving as quickly as it's moving has to be challenging. What do you consider your biggest challenge as you try to keep up with the pace?
I just want to get more access and more capital to these ladies. Where else do you know where there's Black and brown women that actually can come together and actually have something that pushes us to be great? And so for me, not really a challenge. I'm looking at it as an opportunity. I'm here to serve, and that's what I do best. We all know that Black and brown women own less. We all know that they have access to less capital. And so my role is to ensure that I'm providing as many tools and strategies that I can to help them once again build, grow, and scale their businesses into profitable, pillars for our community.
So all you have to do is go home and go to sleep
I didn't say that, Mr. Wallace.
and
No.
dream about these resources, and they just show up, right?
We
Not-
do
or
things
that's
like
not
this
right.
in the community to get our name out there, to get the awareness out. And then too, just to kind of do the formal ask of supporting our Black and brown women on their journey to entrepreneurship. I'm sure your mother, I'm sure, a lot of people's mothers and family just in general needed the opportunity to kind of grow something that creates generational wealth. And I'm excited and ecstatic to be a part of something like that. So.
And no, we don't just wake up and it appears.
No.
It takes a lot of
It takes a
effort.
village.
It takes work. And like I mentioned, the BBOP Center was birthed out of the Time for Change Foundation. We are a nonprofit organization, so we look to people to donate to our organization. We look for investors, venture capitalists, angel investors, and people who want to invest in the entrepreneurship of these women of color. And so we're looking for partners. We're looking for people who want to come on board and contribute to the work that we're doing to transform these lives. And she said it. We are literally working to break generational curses of poverty and help women of color build generational wealth for them and their families.
Who are some of the partners that you have been able to secure at this point?
We have partners from all over. We have private individual donors who have helped made it possible to develop the BBOP Center. We have different foundations throughout the state of California, from the Bay Area, from Los Angeles, and here in the Inland Empire. So we are just very thankful and very grateful that we've had partners to be able to develop this. Some Silicon Valley Community Foundation, the Latino Community Foundation, and different individuals that have contributed.
Well, with that, how can an individual who may not be laced completely to make big donations but has a big heart that would like to support what you're doing, how can they do that?
They can make donations online, or they can mail them to us. They can visit timeforchangefoundation.org and make a contribution, which will support the BBOP Center. They can also give us a call, and they can call the BBOP Center as well.
Now, I heard you guys, I was doing a little ear hustling, and I heard you speaking about something, I think you called it a pitch competition.
Yes.
I was going to surprise you and ask you now, so what is this pitch competition all about? How does that work?
So the pitch competition is actually a community-wide event that we are hosting at the BBOP Center, and this is something that we do regularly. And so this provides opportunity for entrepreneurs to come and pitch their businesses. Have you ever heard of a 30-second elevator pitch?
Yes.
Well, we're giving them a 5-minute pitch opportunity to tell us about their business, tell us what their needs are, what do they need investment for, and out of everyone that pitches, we are picking a top 3 to receive a capital investment. First prize is $10,000. Then it goes to $5,000 and then $3,000. So people have the opportunity to receive capital investment to support the growth of their businesses.
And so that pitch competition is primarily for your students and clients?
It's for everyone in the community, countywide pitch competition. So if you are a business owner, an entrepreneur, and you're looking to get some investment into your business, you can apply and you could make it to be a finalist in our pitch competition.
Man, last time I tried to do an elevator pitch, I hit the door lock and found out that the other 3 people in the elevator were all there to do an elevator pitch. Terrible selection on my part.
Wow.
Yours is a much better opportunity. Anybody who has an idea, or how far should that idea be in progress? As I watch something similar to the pitch competition, one of the questions I hear those people ask is, how many sales have you made? Are you looking for people who are well into their business, or people who have just the idea of the business? How can they qualify for the pitch competition? How far do they need to be along in their idea or business?
Got it. They need to have their idea established in the name, and they need to have a vision and some goals of what they want to accomplish next. And so it can be a scale of businesses that are at different levels. They don't all have to be at a certain level, but we definitely want them to come with their ideas and to know what it is that they need and confidently ask for support to get them to accomplish those needs.
Do you check and see if they've got a license or copyrights or anything on their ideas, or do we? How do we select?
We have a full screening process, and if they are interested, then they can visit bebopcenter.com and we can connect with them and give them all the information that they need.
Is there a fee?
No, there's no fee.
Okay, so I cannot get a referral fee for sending people to you. All right, I can live with that.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You're doing your community
Well,
service.
I mean, part of my service is with my grandchildren and great-grandchildren, so I don't mind, making a few bucks here and there. Entrepreneurial spirit, I'm sure you're not going to deny me that right.
Absolutely not.
With what you're doing, what is it that's really, really important for the future for people to understand about the BBOP Center? I know that in the realm of jazz, it changed things for almost ever. How do you anticipate your BBOP Center changing the world of entrepreneurism, of training people, and of creating community support? What are your ultimate goals?
Well, one of the things that we want the community to know is that this is the first of its kind economic hub for women of color in the Inland Empire. So while there may exist several other entrepreneurship centers, there's nothing like the BBOP Center. The women that are coming to the BBOP Center, they're not going down the street to your local university or community college, but they are walking into a place where they are welcomed, they feel safe, and they're getting the full access to the support that they need. And so we want the community to know that if you're a woman of color and you want to get that access and that support, then you come on in and we're going to help you get to where you need to be.
Do you accept walk-ins, or do people need to call first?
They can walk in and they'll meet Miss Pete and she'll greet them and give them all the information they need to get them enrolled.
Well, based on that, I suggest that they walk down the street of Arrowhead and 6th, and on the southeast corner, they're going to see a building in
Beautiful.
purple and black. It's just outstanding. And I saw that building many times before I knew what it was going to be. And go walk in.
No, Wallace, the building is actually orange and black, and on the front outside, you'll see a beautiful image of a woman that has different colors, hair, and all going out. It's just a beautiful image. And
Is
it really,
any of her hair purple?
there might be a little bit of
Maybe
purple in
that's
it.
where I got that from.
Just a little tiny bit, but it is just an innovative image of this woman. And all along the side, you'll see images of different women entrepreneurs over the course of history that had been made tremendous. Women of color and women that have been entrepreneurs over the course of time. And you'll also see the beautiful images and murals of the Egyptian pyramids and the Chichen Itza Mexican pyramids, because we want people to know that our people come from something great. They come from innovation and ideas. They don't come just from slavery and you know, different things that society here in America has put upon them, but we come from great people, and that's what the BBOP Center represents.
It's a beautiful building. The atmosphere inside is as warm and kind as you ladies are here at the table. And I do encourage people, men, don't let them scare you. Go knock on the door, go on in, because you will have, I'm sure, someone that you know who could benefit from the experience that you'd be willing to share with them after you enjoy your experience at the BBOP Center. I hope you guys have enjoyed this slight exposure into a brand new world that can create a new universe for many people. I thank you very much for sharing with me.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate
Thanks for
what
having
you're
us.
helping
Thank
to
you.
build the Inland Empire into. And I'm not really upset that I'm not a woman. But I will figure out how to take advantage of it for the women that I know.
Hey,
There we
stay
go.
tuned, because we might be serving men soon, so
Very good.
hold that
Bebop
thought.
for men and bebop for women. And
That's
bebop
right.
to you guys, and thank you for joining us. Hope to see you soon. Ladies, thank you very much.
Thank you.
thank you for having us.